To all of the people who have been beyond kind to me while I've been educating about Chinese history, I just wanted to say, 谢谢你. Thank you. Several weeks following the Japanese attempt to enter the city of Wanping in 1937, thousands of Japanese troops attacked Shanghai on the morning of August 13th. At first, the Chinese were able to sustain some of the attacks, but by late afternoon, the Japanese naval fleet arrived as well as Japanese aircrafts. This battle was so severe, the city was left nearly in ruin and thousands of civilian lives were lost. On August 16th, the Chinese counterattacked by using sly techniques where they would infiltrate the buildings where the Japanese were and attack from the inside. This was useful because it was much less likely that the Japanese would use their air militia on locations where their own people are. This technique has been used in the past by, if I recall correctly, Soviets, and in the past it had been quite a useful and successful technique. On August 17th, the Japanese reinforced their military with tanks. On August 18th, the Chinese reinforcements arrived, and they pushed back against the Japanese. Unfortunately, due to coordination and just all circumstances of being at war, this battle did not go well, and they ended up losing 1,000 men. August 23rd, 2 bombs were dropped from unidentified planes. The first landed in the Sincere department store, and it blasted through the lower levels of the building, sending debris everywhere. The second landed in a U.S. Navy warehouse, but luckily it did not detonate. The one that did was so horrible that Nanking Road was filled with people that were hurt and those that did not survive the blast due to that debris. If you research some of the views, it's quite devastating. Even the newspapers took photographs of this event to show what the Japanese had done. The Japanese also did not stop there. For months, they continued attacking China, and it was so devastating that people left their homes to seek shelter through the international settlement and the French concession. In the French concession, they were against housing refugees at first, but at some point they did agree to it, but there were so many people that sought help that they had to put restrictions in place because they couldn't take everyone. Anyone else that was unable to find shelter outside of Shanghai, they had to stay with family and friends or be homeless entirely. This also meant that resources like food, water, even income was extremely limited because there wasn't a choice. Approximately 375,000 people were able to seek refuge within the international settlement and the French concession, but 700,000 couldn't. And yet this is just the beginning of not just the Battle of Shanghai, which had begun on July 7th, but this was the beginning of the Japanese-Sino War that lasted over 8 years. And it's important that people know about this.